I am so excited for this project pan update because I have so much to talk about. I have 5 things coming out of the project, 5 things to update you on, and then 5 things to bring into the project. This is a rolling project, so it just rolls along. I was so excited I didn't even introduce myself. Hey guys, it's Drea. Okay, so this is my project that I update you on every month. And it's that time of the month. Okay, how many times am I gonna say okay? Too many. I just did my hair. Is this a dated look? Cause some days, like when it's like day 3 hair, you just wanna use some dry shampoo, you don't really wanna curl it, this is an easy look to go for. Let me know. Let's start it with something that is so satisfying. This is my concealer. I'm gonna start being a little bit more normal. This is my L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer in the shade Cashmere. I've been using this for months. It is completely used up. I'm gonna show you real nice and close up. At that. Look at it. I took the stopper out of this over a month ago and it had, I think, more than a month's worth of product still in it when I took the stopper out. But you could see, like, I used up everything in this. I'm so glad it's done. I was starting to really find that it was very drying under my eyes. And I don't know if that was over time, or maybe my eyes just are getting like quite a bit older and not as hydrated. So I was just finding that I'm seeing my lines a lot more and it feels a little tighter and dry. So I'm glad that I'm done with this. I will not repurchase it. It is a good concealer though for like very full coverage. But I'm so glad that is done. So that can go in my empties now. I also have another fully used up product. This here is the Ordinary, what's it called? DCM The Ordinary High Adherence Silicone Primer. I did even cut it open and used it all up. This one here I'm really glad to see go because it's not a pore filling primer in any way, shape, or form. I wouldn't repurchase it because it's just not for me in terms of giving me what I need. This really works to make your foundation stick to your face and last, like it really gives you longevity throughout the day, but it doesn't fill in pores. So I'm really glad that I'm done this because I need to start using pore filling primers. I've been really noticing like here in pictures and that kind of thing. But I did fully use this up, so another empty. Okay, the next 3 things are not empties, they're just out of the project. So this was my highlighter of the month. This is the Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess Illuminating Powder in Heat Wave. I put this in because I was trying to kind of get my mind off of the new Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess collection because I didn't want to be sucked in by the packaging when I already have, you know, I don't know if it's the same, but, you know, Bronze Goddess collection from years past. And this is stunning. I used it quite a bit this month. I didn't keep track, but I had it sitting back there where I do my makeup every morning and I was using it like every second or third time. So I used it multiple times. Absolutely love this. It's now May 2nd when I'm filming this. This is the kind of highlighter that I really like in the dead of summer. I don't know why I phrase it that way. I just do that in general. I say the dead of whatever. Really, I think you're always supposed to say the dead of winter, but in the height of summer, that's the actual phrase, I think, right? So like in July and August, this is when I really like to use this, but it was really nice this month. I'm glad I did that. Okay, the next 2 things, I am completely overhauling this project. And it's because I have a new project pan series going on. If you were not aware, if you haven't seen it, I'm doing a pan those eyeshadows project where I am using 6 palettes and 2 shades in each palette. There are certain rules, but essentially I'm trying to hit pan on a bunch of eyeshadow. I will link to that intro down in the description bar if you didn't see it. But okay, so I had this palette in my collection, in this project, because I wanted to hit pan on 2 shades in here. But I was like, well, why would I do palettes over there and one in this project? That makes no sense. So I just moved this over to that project. I'm saying project so much. So that update, it's going to also be monthly, but it's going to be in the middle of the month. So kind of to space these out. So you'll see progress on this in that video in a couple weeks. But I'm taking it out and I'm going to replace it with a non-eyeshadow product because I don't want to have any eyeshadow in this project now. I have so much in the other one and I don't want to split my attention. For that exact same reason, I am taking out my palette of the month. So in this particular project, I have been doing a palette of the month where I use a palette 5 times every month and then I review it for you. But again, no point in doing that. It's splitting my attention way too much. So I'm no longer going to have a palette of the month in this project. But this was my palette of the month for this go around, and this is the Lime Crime Venus XL2. I only used it 4 times, not the 5 that I'm really supposed to, but I'm actually okay with that. So here's what this looks like. It's a very, very peachy pink and green palette. Beautiful for spring. I'm glad that I used it even 4 times this month. The reason that I'm not really mad at myself for only doing 4 is because my go-to with this palette has always been to reach for the greens, especially in particular the shade Ivy and the shade Myth. I use those almost every time I use this palette. And what I really wanted to do is kind of discover the other shades in this palette. So the pinks and the peaches and the browns. And I really feel like I did that with the 4 looks that I did this month. There might be a couple shades in here that I didn't actually end up using. I think maybe this shade Stella I didn't use, and maybe Mystic. And Locust. I think those are really the only 3 shades I didn't use. Anyways, I did a beautiful pink look, very soft smoky pink look with this that I thought was stunning, and a couple other pinky looks. And then today I was like, okay, I want to use some of the more peachy shades, and so I used this shade Crown in my inner corner. It was the first time I used the shade Crown. Can you see this inner corner? I was shocked when I put this on. I was like, what? I had no idea. This would make an amazing face highlighter too. I have Laurel kind of right in the middle. I have Phoenix just past that. And then I have Classical on the outer V. I also used my 2 shades from the Gingerbread palette just as my transition and my brow bone highlight. But for the most part, I wanted to do like a really, really peachy brown look today. Lime Crime shimmers and satins aren't my favorite thing about Lime Crime. My favorite thing about Lime Crime are the mattes. But like, I don't love this look today, but I think it's just kind of very neutrally brown for me. I loved the pink look that I did with this. I always love the green looks that I do with this. So yeah, I think that's what I've discovered in just using it 4 times, that I really don't gravitate towards those peaches, and I don't think that I will, but I'm glad I discovered this inner corner highlight. I'm glad I discovered the pinks, and this is the kind of palette that I'll probably reach for, you know, seasonally, probably just like going into spring, and then maybe like once or twice throughout the year. Let's get into the 5 products to update. First of all is my foundation that I'm using. This is the Makeup Revolution Fast Base Foundation in the shade F6. So I measure it by putting the top of it up to the cap because I don't like to keep paper, even though I am for one thing. So the first line there is where we started, and then this is the update. Obviously this is fully rolled up. It's almost done. The reason I didn't fully use it up is because I started using a more tinted moisturizer lately. This one is like, I love this formula. I loved it for a long time. It's the only stick foundation I've ever tried that I've really, really enjoyed. But I think it's getting to the very end of its life because I'm starting to notice it being a lot more drier on my skin than it usually is. This is usually a pretty hydrating one. So I just kind of like, on days when I'm like not filming, I've been using other things, and I've really only been using this in videos except for today because I don't want to wear it all day. So I do love this, but it's getting old, and I would say if I had to guess, I think this is probably somewhere between 8 to 10 uses left, because a little bit does go kind of a long way. It is very full coverage. So this will be done by next month, and I'm not going to scoop it out. Not going to happen, just because the formula is not as good as it used to be. If it was a lot newer, I probably would do that, but it's not there anymore. Okay, this is my Pixie Silky Eye Pencil, just in the shade Black. I've been using this a ton this month. So this, I am keeping track of on a paper. So the top line is where it was, April 1st, and then, I don't have it completely straight, but you get the idea. April 30th, that's the difference right there in the usage. On that one, I used it quite a bit. By the way, if you're wondering about the nails, they are press-ons. I've started wearing press-ons again because I just couldn't not. I couldn't have bare nails anymore. It was bothering me real bad. This one did break, but even still, these have stuck on for a long time. They're kiss nails. I really love kiss nails. I'm going to talk about them in a haul though. So anyways, the next thing is the Sue-ai, and I still don't know how to pronounce that. If anybody knows like how this brand is actually pronounced, can you please like leave it down in the comments? But I guess I could just look it up. I'm being one of those YouTubers who's like not doing a research and presenting something to you. Anyway, the Sue-ai New York Revitalizing Rose Mist. I put this in this project last month. We started right here and here's where we are. So I obviously use a ton. I basically put this on every night. I make it the last step in my skincare routine. I do everything I'm gonna do on my face and then I just spray my face with it. So in general, that's how I've been getting use out of it, and I'm going to continue to use it that way. Last two things to update on are the two powders in this project. This one is the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. This is the one I've been using on my face. I have used this every time I've worn makeup this entire month of April. Why did I put March and April in here? That's wrong. Okay, there's an M and an A, but that's completely wrong. It should be April and May. No, I don't know what the heck I was doing. Anyways, beginning of April is when I brought this into this project. I've used it every single time, and look, there's not a lot of progress left. But we are getting into the bottom, like where it starts going like this. This has been fine. I noticed one time, not in a video, but I was filming a TikTok, because I'm into TikTok now. I noticed it was the only time I ever used it as an under eye setting powder, and I noticed flashback under my eyes. I haven't noticed flashback on my face. I don't know. I don't think that, like I'm wearing it today, I don't think there's any weird white cast on my face. But I did notice it that day under my eyes. It was like very pronounced, like these little patchy white parts. So I'm not going to continue to do that again. I have another eye powder anyway, but yeah, I just wanted to test it and it failed the test there. But in general, I think it's a good powder. This is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. Again, I did M and A. It should be A and M. There is very, okay, I'm going to put this close because you need to see. There's very little progress on here. That's one entire month using it almost exclusively, basically every single time except for that one time I used the IT Cosmetics powder. Okay, so here's the deal with this. I loved this powder when it first came out. I only use it for underneath my eyes, and I started using it every single day, and then I got the Becca water one, whatever it is, the one that's cool. I got that in a BoxyCharm and I used that until it was done. So basically I used that every day for like 3 or 4 months, and this was just waiting. I don't feel like this is as good now as it was before. Like it definitely isn't doing the same magic under my eyes as it was before. I've been noticing much more pronounced lines again. However, that could be stress related, it could be age related, it could be my concealer was like L'Oreal concealer was really dry. I don't know. I'm going to be using another concealer for the next month. I'm gonna see if I want to continue using this. Maybe I'll experiment with some other ones in my collection because I do really love that Becca one. I think that one is great for like youthful under eyes. Maybe I need a more hydrating eye cream. I don't know. I'm gonna play around and see if I want to continue keeping that in my project pan. I probably will, but I'm just gonna give you a heads up that it's a maybe. Okay, so here are the 5 things I'm bringing in. Remember, there's not gonna be any new eyeshadow palette of the month. I'm not gonna do a highlighter of the month, but I am gonna do a highlighter. This is my Cheek Leaders Mini Bronze Squad palette. This is the one that came out with Cookie originally. Now you can see the usage in this. Look at that right there. My goal on this is to hit significant pan. So I think I'm pretty close to hitting pan, but I want to hit really significant pan on this. It's not going to be the only highlighter I use this month, but even if I do hit pan this month, I probably will extend it into 2 or 3 months just to see like how much pan I can hit on this, because I love this one. Again, it's a really good one for going into the summertime. This is the highlighter I'm wearing today. It sings, like it's very intense and you can see it clearly. So yeah, goal is to hit significant pan on that one. This is my OG bronzer. This is the L'Oreal Glam Bronze in the shade 02 Medium. They come out with these basically every year. I believe they are the same formula every year. I don't know for sure. They're always usually called Glam Bronze, I think. Here's the thing, I actually bought one of these last year when it was on clearance at the end of the summer. I don't know what I was thinking. It's still untouched because I've still had this. It's not done, but I was using this month, and by the way, you can clearly see that it's like the packaging is broken and everything, but you can see the waffle pan, and I have never seen that before I was using it this month. Like, tell me you can see that, because I can see it in real life looking at it, but I'm pretty sure the camera will pick it up. I was really excited to see that because I've had this for like 4 years. And again, bronzer I'm wearing today. I love this bronzer. It's so easy and like effortless. It blends really well. I never feel patchy when I use this. I love that there's a slight amount of glow to it, but not like glitter or anything like that. So the goal for this one is to use it for May for sure and to expand the pan on it. I don't know if I'll take it past May, but I want it to basically be my only bronzer in May and just see like what kind of difference that I can make into it, because it is old. It works fine still, but I do have that backup too. So I don't know. I don't really know what I'm going to do with it, but that's the goal for now. Okay, these two things I'm not going to be able to mark. There's no way to measure them, but both of these are face products. This is the Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Perfecting Primer. It also says with Shine Block 12-hour matte spheres and pore shrink technology. I've used this for years. You can see there is quite a bit of use to it. Okay, just for future to be able to compare, here's the starting point. You can kind of see, like you can see that it's kind of got a dip going on in the middle of it there, right? This is the only pore filling primer I have in my collection besides one sample I just got. And it's not my favorite pore filling, but it's the only one I have. I do think that it does an okay job, like noticing in here, I can still kind of see the pores. It's not like my NARS one that does an amazing job. I've had this now for probably 3 years, and I just want to use it. I want to use it up, but this, I think this amount to use up will take me probably like 5 to 6 months. And I'm not sure that it's going to last that long, but I'm for now going to keep it in this project until I have to take it out, because I really do want to buy my NARS one, but I'm gonna kind of make myself use this. Not that I hate it or anything, I just want to use up the things that I have without feeling the urge to buy stuff. This one I'm also gonna use, this one for sure I'm gonna use till it's gone. This is the Lancome Effacerness Waterproof Concealer. This one is in shade Buff 210. Okay, so here's what it looks like here. You can see there is quite a bit of usage on that as well. This is not the only concealer I'm going to use going forward, but I am going to use it till it's done. This will last me a long time. I have used up one of these before in a project years ago, and it lasted a long time. I am using this under my eyes today. I feel like it has a lot of hydration, not the most amount of coverage, but a decent amount. And the thing about this one that I really like, well, I like it for some things and not for others. Like today, I feel like it's not super brightening. This is more like my skin tone, maybe like one shade down. So it's not super brightening as an under eye concealer, but this is really good for no makeup days, or for days where I don't want to wear foundation, but I do want to cover up my dark circles, because I can bring it out and feather it out into my skin, and it's very seamless. And that's why I really love this. But I've loved this concealer for a long time. So I'm going to use that up. And then the last thing, I decided to put in a lip product. Can you believe it? The only reason that I decided to do this is because I have been at home, and so I have been wearing lip products more in videos because I don't generally wear them out in life. So I was like, it's finally time. This is the Milani Keep It Full Nourishing Lip Plumper in the shade 01 Champagne, and I have it marked. So that's the amount that's already been used up. That's where we are starting it at the beginning of this project. This is the gloss I'm wearing today. It's a really pretty color. I've used up another one of these completely because I love this formula. I don't generally like minty type glosses, but I, for some reason, love this one. It has a little bit of a cooling effect on the lips, but it has a really nice shine. It just gives you a really beautiful kind of juicy look to your lips. So I will start using this. If my work calls me back, then who knows where we'll go, but who knows when that'll be. So that is my update. I know, so much to talk about. I felt like it was gonna be a little bit shorter, but it ended up being a little bit longer. But I hope that you guys really enjoyed it. I'm about to film a clothing haul again, featuring this. I've just been loving like basic bee type outfits. Like the brand, I don't know, I've become a little bit of a brand name person lately. Maybe it's, I don't know, maybe it's social media, I don't know. But anyways, I love this sweater. It's so comfortable. Love it. Anyways, I'm about to film a clothing haul, so that should be up soon. But subscribe if you're new here. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're having a great day, and please be kindly to yourself, especially when you look in the mirror. I love you guys, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.